You're here right now for our closing performance, and it's going to be a performance from First Generation. And First Generation is a performance ensemble based in Springfield. And their play Mother Tongue is a multilingual physical theater work based on the lived experiences of First Generation members and their families. It was created over a period of 14 months and is still a work in progress. First Gen would like you to know that Mother Tongue is designed for a much larger stage, and you'll be seeing an adapted version of the performance so that it can fit into this space. We should also mention that there is mention of war, racism, violence, and suicide in the performance. If you enjoy or appreciate the performers, please help spread the word that Mother Tongue will be appearing in Shea Theater in Turner's Falls and on April 2nd. Also, the Performance Project has a benefit concert on April 22nd in Springfield, and you can find information about both on their websites. Also, you can sign their guest book if you would like to be on their mailing list. And now, we give you all Mother Tongue.
مرحبا بكم في الجيل الأول. نحن مجتمع من العديد من الآمار والأنساب الذين يعتون معا لخلق الفن، المتع، العمل الجاد، التحدي والاسترقاء، وجعل السحر خلق مساحة عامة ومحترمة تشعر الصدق وتعليم كيفيته ورعايته ووضع من بعضنا بعض نمارس القيادة والمطالبة بصوت عام في مجتمعاتنا إلى الخروج إلى العالم. مرحبا.
مرحبا.
स्वागत छ फर्स्ट जेनरेसनमा। यो एउटा यौदा समाज हो जहाँ हामी ठुलोबाट मिलाउँछौँ र अर्को सिर्जना गर्छौँ। राम्रो गर्छौँ, दुःख गर्छौँ, आराम गर्छौँ, धेरै दुःख गर्छौँ। हुर्किन्छौँ र अचम्म कामको सिर्जना गर्छौँ। एकअर्कालाई आदर गर्छौँ र एकअर्कामा मिल्नेको सिर्जना गर्छौँ। हामी बाइबिक हुन सक्छौँ र हाम्रो आवाज दुनियाँमा खुम्चाउँछौँ। हाम्रो कला र कल्पिकाको माध्यमबाट शिक्षा दिन्छौँ। स्वागत छ।
स्वागत छ.
Karibuni kwenye First Generation. Sisi ni jamii ya vijana ambao tunajiunga na watu wazima, kuunda sanaa, kupata burudani, kupumzika, kupeana changamoto, kukua, kufanya mazingaombwe, kuunda mazingira salama na yenye heshima, kujua kujengana na kusaidiana. Tunajifunza uongozi wema, kudapa sasa kwenye jamii yetu na kutuma ujumbe kote ulimwenguni kutumia michezo. Karibuni.
Karibuni.
Bienvenidos a Primera Generación. Somos una comunidad de muchas edades y ascendencias, unidos para crear arte, divertirnos, trabajar duro, relajar, crecer, hacer magia, crear un espacio seguro y respetuoso, sentir conexión y aprender a fomentar y apoyar unos a otros. Practicamos liderazgo, clamando una voz pública en nuestras comunidades y enviamos mensajes profundos hacia el mundo a través de nuestras obras de teatro. Bienvenidos.
Bienvenidos.
Welcome
To First Generation.
We are a community of many ages and ancestries who come together to create art, have fun, work hard, relax, be challenged, grow, make magic. Create a safe and respectful space, feel connection, and learn to nurture and support each other. We practice leadership, claim a public voice in our communities, and send powerful messages out into the world through our performances. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's early in the morning, and I'm watching my father with other village men making drums.
Ni asubuhi na mapema. Nikimwona mzee wangu na wanaume wengine wa kijiji wakitengeneza mangoma.
I want to learn how to make drums. It is hard work, really hard, and it takes a lot of strength.
Natamani kujifunza namna kutengeneza mangoma. Ni kazi ngumu. Ngumu sana na inahitaji nguvu nyingi.
We live close to a lot of trees, and my father cuts the wood for the drum from a big tree.
He takes the skin of a cow, sometimes it's a zebra, scrapes off the hair and puts it over the fire.
Then they leave the skin in the sun for hours.
Wanachukua ngozi ya ng'ombe, muda mwingine pundamilia, kuparua nywele, kuweka juu ya moto, akisha viache kwenye jua kwa muda.
They fold
Wanavuta
and
kumaanisha
tighten the
ngozi
skin
karibu na
around the wood.
ngoma
The
zinazoonekana
drums may
sawa,
look the same,
lakini
but they
zote
all
zinasikika
sound
tofauti.
different.
Our drums sound like a heartbeat.
The drum is my clock to get up early in the morning and go to church.
Ngoma zetu zinasikika mapigo ya moyo. Utamaduni wetu
Our
umejaa
culture is
dancing
full
na
of
muziki.
dancing and music.
Tunaitwa wabondo.
We are called
na
wabondo.
bado unasikia watu wetu wakiimba.
And I can still hear our people singing.
नमस्ते मेरो नाम पूर्ण गुरुङ हो
Hello, my name is Purna Badur Garang.
म सबै कुराको बारेमा बताउनेछु
I will speak about everything.
म भुटानमा
In Bhutan, I lived with my father and his 4 wives, so I have a big family with lots of brothers and sisters. And all of us work to feed our family.
हामी
We worship Buddha.
हाम्रो गाउँमा
Our village was called Pipilibari, and it had only 3 houses. On the other side of hill, there were few more houses. We had very good land. Me and my brother work on farm, taking care of our cows, goats, and sheep. We also grow maize and make chupi to sell.
घमाइला दिनहरूमा हामी दिनभरि
On sunny days, we played in the field all day. At the sunset, we went home with our animals. I will be so tired when I get home, and my feet were hot from running all day.
आवश्यक
When we run out of rice or anything at home, we have to go to the market to buy what we needed for or 5 of us would go together, and we would walk for weeks to get to the market. We carry everything in our bag, our bedding, our dishes, and our spoons and knives, so we could cook on the journey. We slept in the forest, waking up, walking all day, every day, for a whole week to get to the market. Something changed in Bhutan. The government gave us documents. They gather all of us together and ask us, where do each of a family member came from? What is a religion? They divided us into 7 groups, F1 through F7. 1 could stay, 2 was maybe, but 3 and 4 had to leave Bhutan, and so on. I was 1, but my wife was 2. We didn't want to lose each other, so we both left our homeland. That's how they forced us to leave. I don't know why the government did that. Soldiers began to burn and destroy the houses of families who didn't want to leave. Men were tortured and put into prison. Women were raped, and so many were killed. I left Bhutan with my wife and our little daughter Dilu and many family members. We left our home at night. We couldn't take anything with us. Some had money and went in the big truck. Some took buses. There were so many children crying from hunger. When I got to Nepal, the first place I stayed was Bangkok River, Mai in Java. Many became sick from bad water and passed away. We stayed there for 1 year, then we were relocated. We moved several times. Finally, we ended up at Kutnabari, where they gave us small plots of land and bamboo to build our own hut. My children, Krishna, Anand, Manisha, Smiti, were all born in Kutnabari. Then we moved to Belangi, stayed there for 3 years before we moved to the US. Still, many have remained in Nepal because they hope to return their homeland of Bhutan. In Nepal, it was hard to live, hard to eat. We had no good. It's good here. Here, I can send my children to school.
My mother was always dancing when I was little, and when she danced, she would sing. She danced while she did her chores, while she washed the dishes, while she swept the sandy floor, spinning around and always moving. She was dancing all the time. She taught me how to dance when I was a baby. would take my little hands, moving them around to teach me. I loved dancing with her. I was always watching her dance. She danced the cultural way, like this. She showed me how to move in that style. She showed me the way to do Nepali dances, the special jumping and singing moves that I used to do, but I don't remember now. I danced at parties in the village, and people loved my dancing so much that they would give my mom money so she could buy things for me. Clothes and a big hat to stop me from getting sunburned. When I came home from school, she would cook chili dishes and I would sing for her. When I was 6 years old, I wanted to join a dance class. Since we didn't have money for the fees, my mom sold 3 of her dancing trophies to get 500 rupees to pay for the dance class. If I missed one day, we had to pay a fine of 20 rupees. I was so excited to go to dance school, but then I learned the teacher was really mean. He was yelling and hitting us when we made mistakes. After a while, I told my mother I was scared to go, and she told me, okay, I will teach you instead.
السلام أنا اسمي فاطمة محمد.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima Muhammad.
أنا متولد في مدينة اسمها
I was born in a city called Tanj in the state of Bahar al-Ghazal in South Sudan. In Tanj, we spoke only the Dinka language, but I also spoke Arabic and Four because my father was from the Four tribe in Darfur. Tanj was a beautiful city full of greenery, but I remember only death and blood and nothing else because I was born in the middle of a war. We left our beloved Tanj when I was 7 because the war had become unbearable. We left with only the clothes on our backs and went to Babanusa. We stayed there for 2 years and then left for Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. When I was 13, I was married to a man 25 years older than me. I had to cook and take care of the house. And then, because I was still just a little girl, I would run outside and play with my friends. My husband was abusive, and I had to leave him. Later, I was able to remarry. I had my first 4 sons in Khartoum: Hambora, Wadi, Adoma, and Mudassir. When Mudassir was born, we went to visit my husband's family in Darfur for the Eid holiday. There was no war at that time in Darfur, and my husband wanted to help his family with the farming. I farmed with my mother-in-law and sisters-in-law. Women in Darfur were expected to work really hard on their farms. My husband was an experienced baker, so he worked at his family's bakery. Our son Ihab was born during this time. And then the war broke out in Darfur. The Janjaweed were killing us. They took everything, raped women and men, and left you with a bullet in your head. We had to flee to a refugee camp to find safety. In the camp, I sold tea in a small shop because despite the war, I still wanted my children to have a better life than I did. And Sar, my only daughter, Muntasir and Wael were born in the refugee camp. When Ensar was born, I could not sleep for nearly 3 days from happiness. I could not believe I finally gave birth to a daughter. I wanted Ensar to be my daughter, my friend, and my sister. Then we finally escaped to Khartoum. After a month, we took a train from Khartoum to Halafa and traveled 2 weeks on the Nile River by ferry. My children slept piled on my lap for the entire journey. Motaz was born in Egypt. Giving birth there was very bad. Us Sudanese were treated as less than human. I would rather die in my country with my dignity than to live with such conditions in Egypt. But I had to do what was best for my children. After almost 4 years in living in Egypt, we were finally given a choice of which state in the US we wanted to move to. I chose Massachusetts because we heard that Massachusetts is the best state for education. I have always wanted my children to be educated. Now I can see that dream becoming a reality before my eyes.
Hello, jina langu ni Jacques Hassan.
Hello, my name is Jacques Hassan.
Familia yangu inatoka Kongo.
My family is from Congo, and that's where I grew up.
Hiyo pia
That was also the first time I saw people making drums. I went to them and asked, how can I learn how to make drums? They said, sit here and I will teach you. They taught me how to prepare and cut the skin and how to put the skin tight over the drum. From then on, I became a legend at making drums. I made 3 different kinds of drums and started playing them in church. I never wanted to leave Congo. Congo is a beautiful country. I grew up in Baraka, near Lake Tanganyika, with ships coming and going from Tanzania, Zambia, and Burundi. Behind the lakes are beautiful mountains and forests. I became a pastor, and I had my own ministry. We served God, and at that time, we were praying for our country because of the war. It was a big war with death in every corner. I lost my family and friends. Bloodshed was everywhere. It hurt, but I kept telling myself, I am now going to leave my country. I never wanted to be a refugee. Then suddenly, I had to leave for safety. To get to Tanzania, we had to cross a huge lake. I left suddenly at 3 in the morning and walked 6 hours to arrive at the lake, where I found many other people trying to get out. There were people from my church there, and I started praying, asking God, how are we going to get to Tanzania? And then God said, I will bring a boat. Later that day, I heard a voice telling me, Jacques, get ready. The time has come. A boat had arrived and it was ready to take us across the lake. I was only able to bring my Bible, few clothes, and of course my drum.
Na ilikuwa tayari kutuvusha ziwa. Niliweza tu kuleta Biblia yangu, nguo chache na bila shaka ngoma yangu.
I remember getting on the bus like it was yesterday. It was the first time leaving my village, and it was the hardest moment of my life.
Nakumbuka kupanda basi kama ilikuwa jana. Ni mara yangu ya kwanza kuondoka kijini kwetu, na ni muda mgumu sana kwenye maisha yangu.
We had to leave behind most of our things, but the worst part is leaving my grandma.
Ilibidi tuache vitu vyetu vingi sana, lakini mbaya zaidi ni kumwacha bibi yangu.
And it is so hard to see my grandma crying. We are saying goodbye at the bus, and she won't let go of the bus door.
Na ni ngumu sana kumwona bibi yangu akilia, tukiagana kwenye basi, na hataki kuachia mkono wa mama yangu.
She won't let go of the bus door. The driver is getting angry. They had to call the security guard to hold her down.
Hataki kuachia mlango wa basi, na dereva amekasirika. Inabidi umwite mlinzi ili amshike.
We are crying, watching her through the window, because she's our only grandma.
Tunalia tukimtazama kupitia dirisha, kwa sababu yeye ndiye bibi yetu pekee.
Both sides of my family come from Puerto Rico and Europe. I was raised on arroz con grandules, tostones, pasteles empegado, sofrito, and empanadillas, and my mom's amazing chicken wings. And her dancing. She taught me salsa, bachata, merengue, and hip-hop. I'm proud of my culture, but I still don't know how or why we came to America. Most of our family stories stay hidden, locked shut, and forever untold. Too many secrets. Our secrets are worn out, stretched out hand-me-downs, and we hold on tight to our hand-me-downs. I could tell you some of those secrets that I only just started learning, but I won't. Anyway, my mom and dad met in this small city called Holyoke. My small city. So small that I can recognize people's faces walking down the street. So full of Latinos that almost anyone else stands out. Look around. Vines and concrete, nip bottles, broken glass, needles. The sound of tires bouncing and crunching over potholes. The pop-pop of fireworks or a muffler or a gun, or gentle blessings. Bendición, always followed by Dios te bendiga. Anyway, my mom and dad met in this small city called Holyoke, and it turned out this way. My father went to jail before I was born and has been there ever since, and my mother was single and ready to mingle, including just days after I was born. So that happened. I have more family secrets than family stories to tell. And lies. I always had to lie when I was little. There was never a whisper or a wink. Mama just said, remember, and I knew exactly what I needed to say, and I didn't even need to rehearse. She knew I could handle it. She would tell me, the peoples will ask you the same question over and over again to see if you would change your answer and catch you in a lie. Who lives with you? It's just me and my mom. Do you have your own bed? Yes, I have my own bed. Are there any substances in the house? What's a substance? Oh, my mom smokes cigarettes. Where does your mother work? Oh, she works at Dunkin' Donuts at Racing Mart. We made up lots of stories just in case. It feels like my whole life has been a secret. If you happen to be walking in the south end of Holyoke,
In Springfield,
On Plainfield.
at 6 a.m. in the morning, you might see an 11-year-old boy.
A 10-year-old girl.
And Anio,
Two brothers walking side by side
a silly girl.
On the bridge near Race Street,
Crossing Liberty.
walking up Beach Street,
on Prospect.
twirling his hat around in circles.
You might have wondered, what is he doing with his hat?
You wouldn't know all the secrets she was hiding, and that by the time she got to school that morning, she made sure all those secrets were tucked safely away so he could have a normal day.
I talk to myself.
On my walks to school, I have whole conversations with myself. I might begin.
Today's a weird day. My coat is a little tight on me.
It's cold outside and I have to pee. Why am I sweating under my coat? It's so cold.
You know, I really hate veggies. A lot of people don't hate veggies.
Imagine being human. Can't relate.
I could have whole conversations with myself and not be bored. And I have so many questions, like,
What if we are really the ghosts? And the ghosts are actually alive?
What if heaven is earth and earth is heaven?
What does God believe in? What if God is an atheist?
What if planet Earth was alive? What would she say to us?
Do you think weapons have feelings? Do they want to be weapons?
Do the voices in your head ever tell you to make soup out of your fingernails?
How does somebody get rid of really bad memories if they get stuck in their head?
I could also say nothing and not ever get bored. The way I work is weird. I don't mind a lot of things that other people hate, and I hate certain things that others don't mind.
For example, I really don't mind doing nothing. A lot of people hate doing nothing. I love doing nothing. Patience was never my problem.
Love. Now there's a concept created by humans.
It's a feeling.
Technically, it's a chemical. A reaction in your brain?
There's a spiritual aspect to it too.
Anyways, it's real, and we put it into language.
We gave it the name love. We gave it
A definition.
I would like to say I've experienced love. I mean, romantic love. But the closest I've come to love is an eye contact with a Target cashier.
Or the Walmart security guard telling me to have a good night.
Or when I was in line at Six Flags for the Thunderbolts, I looked across the front of the line, and there's this young man standing there. Beautiful tan skin, sunglasses, big, full lips, and he was in a tank top. Just standing there with some girl next to him. I was looking at him, and he turned around. So I waved. He waved back. Yeah, we're in love. Anyway, things are so messed up. Puerto Rico.
That was an awakening.
The injustice. Puerto Rico has been a colony for the longest time. So much so that more Puerto Ricans live outside of Puerto Rico than on the island itself.
Why do people have to leave their homes to be safe and to create a good life for their families?
Nobody talks about Wisconsin. It's just the state.
What do you think hair tastes like to brushes?
Why do I have certain irrational fears?
Why do I hate green beans? Why?
What if we are the aliens?
Why can't I remember being born?
Does anybody remember being born?
What if our lives are really a simulation that others are controlling?
You know, when you're at a Michael's or Joanne Fabrics and you pick up a bag of beads.
And the bag breaks somehow accidentally, and the beads scatter and go all over the floor.
And then some of them just roll away under the display rocks, and they're lost.
You can reach them.
I feel like one of those beads that's missing, that can't be found and put back in the bag.
Anyway, that was 5 years ago.
7 years ago.
So long ago.
It happened such a long time ago.
And this is now. So why does it still hurt?
Why am I smiling if it hurts so bad?
I know why.
It's because I can't let everyone know what's really going on.
And by the time I get to school.
And by the time
I get to school, I'll make sure that all my secrets are tucked safely away.
Tucked safely away.
So I can have a normal day.
When my family first came to the US, I did not know about the racism here. ما في زول كلمنا عن the racism هنا في أمريكا. When we first arrived, my parents were relieved because they didn't have to worry about the war. We would be safe. It was amazing. Us kids could have as many cookies as we could possibly eat. Dad was able to get a job pretty much right away. We could go to the supermarket and get anything we wanted. The schools were so much better than in Sudan and Egypt. We could all go to college. And of course, my parents decided we would all become doctors. At first, I didn't see the racism and how the white kids at school talked to the black kids. أنا ما شفته. How people are perceived because of their color. I didn't understand the divide between black people and white people. I didn't know that opportunities for black people are so different than for white people. I couldn't imagine that someone would be scared of me. I didn't know that here I need to be aware of my surroundings at all times. And I didn't know that people could be so isolated. I thought we were finally safe. Then, one day in school, the teacher puts on a movie. And this movie is about a 14-year-old boy named Emmett Till, and how two white men, beat him because he talked to a white lady and because he looked at her. I remember scoffing. This can't be real. I can't believe that someone could actually get beat for talking to another human being. This is horrifying. Aswashihum ma'amalu. What they did to him, that beating. How is it even humanly possible to make someone's face so unrecognizable? I was crying inside. But I never talked to anyone about it. I was too busy being a boy. No need to sit down and talk about my feelings. From that point on, I felt fear about racism in America. I became scared of white people. Not always, but a lot of the time. I began to have nightmares. I'm 13. Is this going to happen to me? How many people have gone through this? Mushkilat an-nas, What is wrong with humanity? Then, one day in school, I'm reading this book called Night. And I learned about a teenage boy who went through the Holocaust. And I see everything so vividly in my mind. People being pushed into ovens. Thousands and thousands of people naked, out in the snow, walking for miles on these death marches. I see the boy and how his father dies. I see the bodies being stacked in the trenches and dumped into holes in the ground. Kef the hustle. How could this happen? What is wrong with humanity? I want to cry, but I can't. I'm afraid, but I can't show it. I have to look normal on the outside. Then, one day in school, this girl confides in me. She says she has no one to talk to, nowhere to go, and she just wants to die. And I don't know what to say, because in my head, I'm thinking, who hurt this girl so much to set her on this path? Why isn't anyone helping her? Mushkilat an-nas, shunu. What is wrong with humanity? How could it be that she has no one? I have to do something to help, but I can't figure out what to do. That was the second friend at school who told me they wanted to take their own life. I'm shaking. I don't know if I'm shaking on the outside, but I'm definitely shaking on the inside. I want to cry, but I don't. I blacked out for the rest of the day. Ana Margarita Nisaida. I couldn't help any of them. And now I feel like I have blood on my hands.
How they stole my Spanish. It started in
surrounded by people that only spoke English.
Things were fine in preschool.
Things were fine in preschool, and I had plenty of friends.
I did have a stutter. So they made me take
So
speech
they
therapy
made me
to
take
help
speech
with
therapy to
that.
help with that and to learn English.
It was only me at
It was only me at first, and I felt it wasn't normal because of how the teacher would grab me and pull me out of class.
As I grew older,
The teacher would take me and the other kids who spoke Spanish out of class to teach us English.
Before long, they were so successful that we all forgot how to speak Spanish in our daily lives. I was only left with a few Spanish words. Gracias, de nada, agua, gato.
Ahora todos hablaban español en casa menos yo. Me dejaron solo, sin mi español.
Now, everyone at home spoke Spanish, except me. Gracias, de nada, agua, gato.
And also all the other children who were driven away from their Spanish, all because the state of Massachusetts banned bilingual education in public schools. Gracias. De nada. Agua. Gato.
The ban was overturned after 15 years, finally allowing children to learn in their native language until they could understand English. But it was too late for me. I'm taking back what was stolen from me by the government when I was so young. I'm slowly reclaiming my mother tongue. I'm taking it back.
Es mi español. Es mío. Mama, I want to know the story behind your pain. I always felt it. The thunder booming in your lungs, rain rattling in your eyes, gales of wind whipping in your throat, and the cries of a girl drowned out by the storm. You've always been trapped in your own huracan, one that rips homes up from the ground and shrouds love and light in debris. When we spent our summers homeless, was it huracan who took our home? Whenever it was time to go back to the place we were staying, siempre you would say to me, "This is not home." And on the bus, when you would look through the window into the distance, I imagined you were looking for a home you had lost. Where was that home you spoke of? I remember when you were sober, how you would give me that look and I would hear thunder in your chest, I remember your face, a flash of lightning, a flash of a girl trapped by the huracan, a flash of summer sun that signified pilgrimage to a new house but not a home. You would sing to me, my ear on your chest, from that storm-beaten throat of yours, the throat that would invite poison to cloud your thoughts, that would invite a blade to release the howling winds. You gave me, the only one who could hear your cries, a song. I will never forget how you cried out, grief-stricken, when Bella, my sister, our Isabela de Puerto Rico, was taken away again. You were a tempest of rage, guilt, humiliation. You would have done anything to stop Huracan. You can't undo what has been done. I carry the story of a girl trapped in the huracan, of a mother digging through the rubble of her own soul and all her past homes to try to get her footing. And the deeper I dig into the dust and ruin of home, I try to find your light.
Uni sadai nachi rahi. She was always dancing.
Be safe out there.
I will.
If you ever get stopped by the police, don't argue.
I know.
Always keep your hands where they can see them.
I know.
Do you have your ID with you?
I do.
Don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I promise.
Be careful.
I will.
You will always fit their description.
I know.
It's not about right or wrong. It's about getting home safe.
If you happen to be walking in the south end of Holyoke,
In Springfield,
on Plainfield, at 6 a.m. in the morning, you might have seen an 11-year-old boy,
A 10-year-old girl,
An 9-year-old
Two brothers walking side by side.
a silly girl,
on the bridge near Ray Street,
Crossing Liberty.
walking up Beach Street.
On Prospect.
you might have wondered,
Uh-oh. Don't make eye contact.
Uh-oh. Don't make eye contact.
He looks dangerous.
She looks scared.
Looking around, clutching bag.
Is she scared of me?
Should I speed up?
How do you see me?
He could hurt me.
Should I take my hands out of my pocket?
Looking around, clutching bag.
She is scared of me. Should I smile?
Should I cross the street?
I'm confused.
I'm scared. He could hurt me.
I should be scared of you.
Look around again, clutching bag tightly.
Should I make eye contact?
I need to cross the street.
I'm just walking. I just want to walk. You think I'm a threat? I want you to know that I'm scared. Are you ever going to see me for who I really am? When we left Egypt, I felt like I was losing a part of myself. I wanted to cry, but us boys are not allowed to cry. My brother said,
No crying.
Ma tabki. So I held back my tears for the entire journey to the US.
You are a tiger.
And if I cried when I was hit, I would get hit again. I was always told to stop crying. So I stopped crying. I held back my tears when I lost my uncles and aunts. I held back my tears when I saw Matil's face and understood what Dad done to him. When I learned about the death marches, I held back my tears. When my friend said she wanted to end her life, I held back my tears. What if my friend does commit suicide? Am I allowed to cry? I can clench my fists in anger, but I'm not allowed to cry. On the outside, I'm always calm, cool, and collected. I never show what I'm feeling.
Because I'm a man, right? That's what men do.
Sometimes I can't even tell the difference between a good feeling and a bad one. I know what it's like to live life as a man who can't express his feelings, and it scares me. I'm trying so many ways, using so many tools, but my feelings are just stuck.
You're a man.
How many times have I heard those words? There's a whole bubble of pain in my heart, and I have no idea when it will explode and what will happen when it does. I'm tired of acting. I'm used to it. I can handle it. But just because I can handle it doesn't mean I should live this way. I am not that person. I will not silence my emotions. I will not isolate myself just to maintain this wall of masculinity. See me. See me. I am an artist. See me. This is who I really am. I am a young black man who's not afraid to be gentle and kind. I represent the undisputed love we can share as boys and men. I am just what this world needs. I am my own revolution.
wazazi wangu walinipanga na Mtangelwa Hassani.
My parents named me Namtangelwa Hassani.
Jina waliotia kwenye nyaraka zangu za Marekani ni Hatanjera Hassani.
The name they put on my US document was Hatanjera Hassani.
Shuleni wananiita Hassani.
In school, they call me Hassani.
Familia yangu inaniita Julita. At home, I am Julita. I am 11 years old. It is the first day of school. I am so excited about starting school in the US. I'm wearing a white polo shirt, blue pants, and my hair is in braids.
Nina miaka 11. Ni siku yangu ya kwanza ya shule. Nina furaha sana kwanza shule nchini Marekani. Nimevaa shati nyeupe ya polo na suruali ya blue. Nywele zangu zimesukwa. Na ni siku yangu ya kwanza ya shule na nimeshafika chelewa.
It's 8 a.m. and I'm late already on my very first day of school. The principal greets us and tells me, "You're not supposed to wear this. Our uniform is a different color." They have a closet full of uniforms. She opens the closet and gives me these big khaki pants that are so stiff. They feel like they were stored there for 10 years. So I change into those clothes, and now I need to go to my classroom. Now, Gopa, I'm so scared. Please do not ask me anything, because I do not know how I will answer. Siongea Kiingereza. The only words I know are yes, no, and good morning. Where am I going to sit down? Nitakaa wapi? Why is everyone staring at me? Wait, are they talking about me? Nadhani wote wananiongelea. Should I introduce myself or what? You know what? I'm just going to sit here and be a good girl. I wonder what she's teaching. Is that math? Science? History? What is it? Anafundisha nini? Nimechanganyikiwa. I am so confused. You know what? I'm just going to wait until I see numbers. Then that'll be math. And if I see anything from a long time ago, then that's history. My name is on the board, but they spelled it wrong. And when the teacher says something, I think maybe she's calling me, but I'm not sure. Oh no, she's coming this way. Please, please, please do not ask me anything. I'm scared that my classmates are going to laugh at me. Why is she smiling at me? Wait, she's black. Maybe she speaks Swahili. Maybe she'll understand me. Subiri, irmão, se lá nós vamos like Swahili. Oh damn. She does not speak Swahili. I think she's asking me if I want to use the bathroom. Oh Lord, save me today. I'm just going to say yes, just in case. Students are misbehaving and talking back. I don't understand what they're saying, but I can see, but they're being disrespectful. And the teacher is frustrated. On my first day of school in Springfield, I decided that I will never, ever be a teacher in the US. No, not for me. And then what happens? I fall asleep at my desk on my first day of school because it's so boring. And my teacher comes and wakes me up. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing here. And I really miss Tanzania, where I knew every single one of my classmates.
If you happen to be walking in the south end of Holyoke
In Springfield.
on Springfield at 6 a.m. in the morning, you might have seen an 11-year-old boy.
A 10-year-old girl.
And I'm your
Two brothers walking side by side.
Oh, silly girl.
On the bridge near Ray Street,
Crossing Liberty.
walking up Beach Street.
On Prospect.
You might have wondered,
Why is he dressed like that?
Why are you asking?
are you a boy or a girl?
Are you?
Are you...
How are you seeing me?
I'm Plainfield.
How do you see me?
On Liberty.
I am me. I just want to walk.
So are you.
If I wear a skirt, can I walk like this? Can I walk like this? Or should I walk like this? Is this better? Like this?
In Springfield.
Wait. Does this make you uncomfortable?
In Holyoke.
Do they see my broad shoulders?
Do they see the stubble on my neck?
Should I be scared of you?
There are stories.
Of beaten, of stabbed,
Of strangled.
Of blood.
Of another and another.
And another.
Trans girl.
Brown.
black,
Killed. Naomi Skinner. Ariana Mitchell. Gwen Araujo. Rita Hester. Venus Extravaganza. Islan Nettles. Yahaira de Alto. Amari Lay. Paloma Vasquez. Duval Princess. Tatiana LaBelle. Cypress Ramos. Mia Love Parker. Will you kill me? I won't hide or pretend anymore. I spent so long trying to be responsible for things that were completely out of my control, and I scrambled so hard to find something to grab onto, to find safety. I've tried to be someone that people would like, to be funny, to be lovable. I tried to be digestible, to make sense to people. But I'm not even the same person I used to be. The walls came down and I figured out that my body was not made to support my spirit. I realized the world would never understand my discomfort. Awkward lips, limbs jumbled around a large, lumpy me. On the inside, my soul is smooth, gliding gracefully. My body could never master that state of being. The truth is that I was never the justice that I let people see. I was never him. He is someone who is afraid of his own shadow. He is a boy. I am not a boy. It's never been that way for me. This hair that grows so fast, cargo shorts down to my ankles and chest puffed out, not me. I am not the fresh fade, the lineup. I am not that nene lindo. Sometimes, when I hear the rhythm of drums, when I move, my soul takes over, guiding my body in and out of confidence and certainty. My heart soars. My beautiful chaos may not look like much, but this is my revolution. When I move, I am someone else entirely. I'm not handsome, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful. I'm beyond any he or him. I am she. I am her. And when I move this false body, I am my own revolution.
There are 30 kids in my ESO class, and they all speak Spanish. The teacher speaks Spanish too. And sometimes when I don't understand, they translate into Spanish for me. But I'm still not understanding. I am the only person who can't speak either English or Spanish in this whole building.
Niko katika darasa na wanafunzi 30 na wote wanazungumza Kispanish. Mwalimu pia anazungumza Kispanish. Muda mwingine wananitafsiria Kispanish na bado siwaelewi. Mimi ndiye mwanafunzi pekee ambaye siwezi kuzungumza Kiingereza au Kispanish katika shule hii, na ni mimi pekee ambaye naweza kuzungumza Kiswahili.
So I don't make any friends. Nobody's gonna talk to me if they can't understand me.
Kwa hivyo sina rafiki wowote. Hakuna atakayezungumza nami ikiwa siwezi kuelewa.
Kids tease me and throw water on me. And some of them say, don't sit next to her. She got Ebola. So I always sit alone. It's the same when we all have to line up. Nobody wants to stand next to me.
Wanafunzi wananionea. Baadhi ya wanafunzi wanasema usikae karibu naye, ana Ebola. Kwa hivyo mimi hukaa peke yangu kila wakati. Ni sawa pia wakati sote kusimama kwenye mstari na kuna anayetaka kusimama karibu yangu.
I have nobody to stand up for me. So it has to be me against the whole world. I don't tell anyone what I'm going through, not even my family. So I decide to be the quiet girl, the peaceful girl.
Simwambii mtu yoyote kile ninachopitia, hata familia yangu. Kwa hivyo sina mtu wa kunitetea. Nimeamua kuwa msichana mtulivu, msichana mwenye amani, na itanichukua muda wa miaka 2 kupata rafiki shuleni.
And it will be 2 years before I make my first friend in school.
Wait, how do you say your name?
She doesn't understand you.
Do you speak African?
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Did you guys ride elephants to school?
Did you even have schools in Africa?
She could have Ebola.
Do you speak Spanish?
Hey, these speak monkey.
Are you dumb?
Ask her if they wore clothes in Africa.
Did you guys hunt every day?
Did they wear shoes in Africa?
She doesn't understand anything.
She doesn't understand anything.
Good morning, everyone. Please get your books out and turn to chapter 4, page 123.
I have been so emotional lately. Every single thing makes me want to cry.
Will you please turn to chapter 4, page 123.
I'm so bored.
I have no idea what's wrong with me. My emotions are out of control.
I'm bored. LOL.
Mr. Mitchell,
Why do we have to learn this? What's the point?
Nobody here is prepared. You keep talking and you're not going to pass. I don't see one person in this class that's prepared.
What am I even doing here with these rude-ass American kids?
Danny, put your phone away.
And annoying teachers.
You look like a D student.
I can't believe she just said that.
Miss, why are we learning this? What are we going to use it for?
It's on the test and stop interrupting.
Shaking my head.
And if you don't pass the test, you're not passing this year.
Miss, I still want to know. Why are we learning this?
And if you don't care, then neither do I.
I can't believe she just said that.
I don't want to be here any more than you do.
Shaking my fucking head. I'm so bored.
Thank you.
Fuck! I hate this damn class. What the fuck? Am I saying fuck too much? Shit. I said it again. I sound so American. I'm so cool.
Miss, can you please explain to me the difference between gaining knowledge and memorizing useless piles of crap in order to pass tests?
Miss, is that gonna be on the test?
Amazing. Because this fuck word sounds so fucking natural.
Everybody wants to be American.
What does America offer anyway?
Have you thought about joining the military?
Hashtag
brainwashed.
Isn't it amazing how America messes with everybody's mind? The United States of America, built on freedom and justice for all.
Freedom and justice for all.
Hell no.
This country was built on native blood.
And African blood.
Hashtag whose history are you teaching us anyway?
They were users and killers. Why aren't they in jail?
If you listen, you might learn something.
Oh, wait. Maybe because it was legal to kill natives and torture Africans.
Ha! No justice, no laws.
Oh, the trauma they put the African through.
Raping women just because they thought they owned them.
Well, guess what? I don't have a choice about this either. We have to get ready for these tests.
Gonna stay here all these years and act like they own this place.
If anyone should have a say about America, it should be the natives.
And the Africans.
Christopher, if you don't take that necklace off, I'm going to snatch it off.
I can't believe she just said that.
Who do you think they're going to believe? You or me?
I can't believe she just said that.
I'm so bored.
Mikey, will you please put your phone away?
Miss, I'm confused as hell.
You're probably going to end up in jail. Just like your brother.
What the fuck?
I get picked, whether you pass or fail.
Oh my god. What time does this class end?
Not everyone is college material.
3, 2, 1. Hashtag class over. Hashtag fuck it.
This call will be recorded and monitored. I have a collect call from
ADA, a Massachusetts correctional institution, NKI Taylor Junction. This call will be monitored or recorded. The use of three-way or call waiting will disconnect the call. Please hold.
If you happen to be walking in the south end of Holyoke
In Springfield.
on Springfield at 6 a.m. in the morning, you might have seen an 11-year-old boy.
A 10-year-old girl.
And I'm an old...
Two brothers walking side by side.
Oh, silly girl.
On the bridge near Race Street.
Crossing Liberty.
Walking up Beach Street.
On Prospect.
Mavasum.
Yo soy la voz.
I am the voice.
Mimi ni sauti
Ana sauti.
Of the welcomer.
Sagad Garnico.
ya kuwakaribisha,
من أهلا
the
وسهلا.
good and the bad,
السيء والجيد.
Mazuri na mabaya.
Ramru Yanaramro.
Lo bueno y lo malo.
peace,
Art.
Creativity.
I am the voice.
Yo soy la voz.
Moavasum.
I am the voice.
Mimi ni sauti.
Ana
The
sauti.
unwelcome.
The silence.
المسكوت.
The suppressed.
The oppressed.
The angry and the
The
scared.
people who cross our borders.
watu wanaopita mipaka yetu,
Those who never heard.
the voiceless. I am the voice.
The people that want change.
Las personas que quieren.
Watu ambao wanahitaji mabadiliko.
Hami Paribotan Chahanchum.
Ana da الخيار.
Ferocious.
The truth.
Change.
The youth.
I am the voice.
Hate and love.
The people that get
The
abandoned.
confused.
The defenseless.
Yo soy la voz.
Moavasum.
I am the voice.
Mimi ni sauti.
Ana sauti.
Justice.
Justicia.
The united.
Resistencia.
Movement. I am the voice.
The empowered.
I am the voice.
Of my ancestors.
ya mababu zangu.
Nirpur Kabata.
I am the voice.
Yo soy la voz.
Mimi ni sauti.
Mimi, Ana, yo. I am the voice of
Nguvu.
Goa.
Sakti.
poder,